The Common Admission Test, or CAT, is the admissions test for gaining entry into the Indian Institutes of Management as well as other business schools in India. This is a short video explaining the online registration and scheduling process for CAT. Before registering and scheduling for your test, make sure you have a valid CAT voucher. Details for purchasing a voucher are available on www.catiim.in. Have your voucher, educational background and work experience ready as well. Decide which IIM programs you wish to apply to and ensure you have a valid and unique email account. You're also advised to read the registration guide on the CAT website www.catiim.in before you begin. Once you're ready to begin, click on the register link on the CAT website. This will lead you to the parametric registration and scheduling system. On the opening screen, you will see two boxes, one for new users and one for existing users. The first time you come to this website, please follow the instructions for new users. This includes candidates who had registered for CAT in previous years. For new users, you must enter your voucher number and a special set of characters that are displayed on the screen. These special characters, called captchas, are a safety feature designed so that computer knows a human is entering the voucher number and not a computer program. If you have trouble reading the characters, you can click the audio or refresh icon. To get your voucher number, use a coin and scratch gently on the area as shown here. Next, you will need to create a profile. This section requires you to fill in all your personal information such as name, contact details, and also create a username and password. You must enter your name as it appears on the school leaving certificate. It's important that you have a valid and a unique email account, as we will be using that as means of communication with you throughout the entire process. It's also preferable that you have a mobile number as your primary contact number in order for us to send you text messages via SMS if necessary. The next section is the CAT application. Here, you will be required to fill in your personal information, any support required during the test if you are a DA candidate, the IIM programs for which you wish to apply, interview centers for each applied program, your educational background and work experience. Details on how to complete this section may be found on the CAT registration guide. If you are a DA candidate, you will be asked some additional questions like type of disability and any support required to take the CAT. For DA candidates requiring support like scribe, hearing aid, etc., you will be contacted by a candidate care representative after the closure of the registration and scheduling window. DA candidates who do not require support during the test may schedule the test online as explained later. When selecting the programs you wish to apply to, you must click on all applicable boxes. For each selected institute, you'll also be required to choose a city where you prefer to do your follow-up interview with the IIMs. Under educational background, you must choose all that apply. You will be asked to enter additional information such as marks and boards, so please read carefully. Details on how to complete this section may be found on the CAT registration guide. For work experience, you will need to enter the number of months of paid and full-time work experience after completing your bachelor's degree and select all the sectors in which you have worked. Finally, you will need to read and agree to the declaration statement which affirms that you are eligible to take the CAT and that all the information you've entered is correct. For individual IIM admission criteria, refer to the CAT website on www.catiim.in. If you choose Save and Continue and you have not completed any required fields, a new screen will appear telling you what you need to correct. Once your information has been entered and successfully saved, you can move on to schedule your test. The last stage of registration process is your test scheduling. This is where you will select your test location, followed by test site, date and time. This is a real-time scheduling system, so only testing sessions that are available at that point in time will be shown to you. If the site you've selected no longer has available testing seats, you may use the back button at the bottom of the screen to search for other sites. Once you have made your site, date and time selections, you must click Save and Finish at the bottom of the screen. If all the information has been entered correctly, you will see a confirmation screen. Read this carefully to ensure that everything is correct. You may click on the Edit button in the area where corrections are needed. Also ensure there are no red pending buttons on this page. If there is one, click on it to see what still needs to be done. Once all information is correct, you must click on I am done exit button to end your scheduling session. Your registration is now complete. Within 24 hours, you should receive 2 emails, one containing your CAT application summary and one containing your admit card. When you receive your admit card, read it carefully and verify that all information is correct. Print a copy and bring it with you on your test day. You will not be allowed to test without the admit card. You should also print a copy of your CAT application summary for your records. Note that the information you enter is saved each time you proceed to the next screen. If, however, you run into any technical issues or if an error page shows up, close your browser and reopen it to the start of the registration site. If you had completed creating your profile, you may log back on using your username and password and continue to complete your registration and scheduling process. Otherwise, enter your voucher number and start from the beginning. If you need to come back to the registration site at any time before the end of the registration window, simply log in using your username and password. If you do make changes to your test schedule, you must attend the most recent session and will need to bring along the most recent admit card. You will not be allowed to make any further changes to your profile, application or test schedule once the registration window is closed. However, you'll be able to log on anytime to print your admit card until the end of the testing window. That's the end of the registration and scheduling process. All the information you need can be found on www.catiim.in. Remember to read the CAT registration guide.